everybody, and welcome back to another episode of First and Last. My name is Josh, and with me this week I've got Joe.
Hey, man.
And we got Claire.
Hi, so excited to be here.
Hi, Claire.
Yay.
How has your summer been?
Oh my gosh, I love summer. It's literally the best. The only thing that would have made it better would be if I could have seen some of my family more, probably. But you can only fit in so many trips.
You guys did a couple trips.
Oh yeah, totally great. But also, like, this is the best time of year in Minnesota, and unfortunately, I'm drinking this fall flavored cider that's really putting me in the mood for, like, I don't know, like leaves falling and like fires crackling, and I can't think like that yet. It's too soon. It's still summer.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, but like as a new homeowner, and we got it in the spring, I had like 2 fires in the spring, and I'm really excited for it to be cool.
Yeah.
And be able to like have fires.
It's just been like hot and dry.
There's like people are like, why did you have fires? I'm like, because it's been 95 degrees out. Like, I ain't gonna sit in front of like a burning hole.
Mm-hmm.
That's awful. So
That's bringing up memories of fires gone wrong, but I don't need to talk about that right now.
wait, fire's gone wrong. Now
No.
I kind of want to talk about it.
But what are we here for?
You started a forest fire? Oh my god.
I would never. I listened to that bear, Smokey.
You listen to the bear.
When I was a child, I tell you what, I did not listen to that bear, and me and some of my friends used to start fires all the time. We wouldn't
I would have. Oh no.
I
would have been very much appalled at your behavior.
We were as responsible as like young lads could be. You know, none of us were trying to start a forest on fire or anything, and none of us did.
Well, that's good.
We would clear the area and start a little fire in the woods and hang out, and then we would put it out and leave.
You did it.
Yeah. Much better than all those people trying to like tell me what gender their baby is, you know, and ruining half of California.
That's so stressful. Joe just showed me one of those videos, and this person gets kicked with like a soccer ball that explodes with like the dye in it.
They get kicked. What do you mean they get kicked?
The soccer ball explodes, and then one person just gets covered in like.
It's like they have a powder
dye,
inside that's supposed to reveal the gender or whatever.
And it looked purple. Like it didn't. It wasn't even a. And so then there's this woman in the back, like just standing there covered in like purple like paint, and it's just miserable and like coughing and like
because they kick the soccer ball and it just hits this one auntie in the face, and it's just all over her instead of like being everywhere. It's great.
I mean, that's in my mind, that's best case scenario right there.
I did
not only hilarious, but you're like,
I did see the best reveal was there was this family that had this parrot, and forever they thought that this was a male parrot, and then one day their vet was like, you know what? This actually might be a female. And they were like, what? So they did genetic testing of the parrot, and then they did a party, and everybody's there, and then the parrot's there. Turns out the parrot was a lady.
They did a gender reveal on their parrot?
The parrot. I highly recommend if you can look that one up. It'll like brighten your day. It'll remind you that summer is still here. Yay. Something like that. But what are we here for? Doesn't Joe normally tell us?
I guess so.
Yeah, after the banter, Claire. But she's over it.
She's like, I'm done. I'm talking about birds now.
I do like talking about birds. Birds are
Bird
pretty
talk.
fun.
You ever seen the video, speaking of YouTube videos, the video of a deer eating a bird? It's messed up.
Oh. Like the...
A beer's just a beer.
A beer.
I just had a stroke.
Oh, no.
Deer is just like eating grass, like in like a meadow, like kind of whatever, and then like there's a bunch of birds like flopping around next to the deer, and it just kind of like reaches over and goes and just eats a bird.
Okay.
Nature, man. If you let nature eat you, it will eat you. It doesn't matter what it is.
Dude, that's how I feel about cleaning my basement. There's spiders everywhere.
They'll try to eat you.
I really do. I'm like, I will murder you with my shop vac. Sorry to anybody who likes spiders.
They're just sitting in the vac now? Oh my gosh.
They're dead.
Or are they? Are they making a new spider city?
Yeah, they're all working together, being like,
like the city in the Matrix where the humans live underground, waiting for the overlords to come and get them.
Yeah.
No.
Don't open that shop back.
You don't
Watch out.
You don't want to know. They're dead. You don't want to know.
Anyways, that's enough spider talk. I don't know how I like made fun of your bird talk, and then all of a sudden you switched into spider talk to get back at me.
Jill loves spiders.
Love them, my buds. No, this is a TV pod. Every week we pick a show and watch just the first episode and just the last episode and try to predict what happened. I guess not try to predict what happened in between. We just skip what happened in between. We try to predict what's going to happen in the finale before we watch it. We're usually pretty wrong, but sometimes we get it right.
And then you get points.
A lot of shows change a lot from beginning to end. Some shows don't, and that's fine. They're good shows too.
Some of them are good shows.
Every show that we do is great in its own special way.
It deserves your attention.
It deserves your attention for at least the first and last. This way you don't need to watch the whole show. It's one step above reading the Wikipedia.
And it's even better if you've already watched the whole show and then you can notice what we get right or wrong.
Oh yeah, for the listeners, this is a treat.
I mean, everything you guys do is
You're
a treat.
welcome.
Like we appreciate all of that you do as a longtime listener, many time participant on this pod. But I don't know anything about this show other than I have had a lot of people recommend it to me, including children. Well, I would say young adults. They are regularly like, ooh, but you might not like. Oh, I just gave them like a very southern accent.
but you might not like that very much.
Yeah, apparently my students are like going to the South now. No, but they'll be like, you probably won't like this because there's, it's bad. So all I know
it's
is
bad.
It just makes me assume there's drugs and sex in it, and that's like kids think that people over 30 like don't want to don't taint me.
Yeah, so I'm not sure, but I'm excited. I think it's about a dysfunctional family. I have a lot of experience in those, so I think this will be fun to watch.
You haven't said what it is yet.
Oh, well, maybe people know what it is already.
Well, I mean, if they read the title of the episode, they know what it is. But.
Some people just have it on autoplay, but most people probably already know it's Shameless. Have you guys seen it?
No.
Absolutely not.
See, I would have thought this would have been a Josh show.
Really?
For some reason.
Based on the absolutely no knowledge of the show you have, you assume that this is a Josh show?
Okay, let me tell you why. Because I was told it was something I shouldn't watch, and I might not like it. So, I was immediately like, Josh is going to love this show.
I hope I do. The thing I do know about Shameless, really quick, it was 11 seasons long.
That's a lot.
Woo.
134 episodes. Went from January 2011 to April 2021. And it is, I'm assuming, kind of, it's like The Office, where it was the American version of a British TV show with the same name, Shameless, which was on in 2004 in England.
Do you know what station it played on?
In like the UK or here?
Here. Well, because here I know that I have seen it on Netflix.
Sure.
But I don't know if that's if it's I doubt if being that old, it can't be a Netflix show.
Original network would be Showtime for this show.
Oh, so you had to pay money to watch this. So this should be good.
Could be good.
This should be really good.
Yeah. So when you originally told me we were going to watch this show and asked me right before we started recording, do you know anything? And I said, William H. Macy's in this show.
He did.
That's
true.
That's all I know. Isn't he married to one of those ladies that scammed the college system?
Yes.
I mean, he also was probably complicit in that, but for some reason I feel like only the moms got in trouble. I don't know why.
Well, because it was Aunt Becky. I mean,
was he married to Aunt Becky?
No, he's married to the
the other
woman
one.
from I love her, which I was really sad about her choices. But her acting ability is fantastic. She's in you guys are looking it up. I'm gonna wait because all the listeners out there don't need to hear Claire. Just make up guesses.
Felicity Huffman.
Yes, and she's a good name. I like the name Felicity.
Yeah, well, it's because you like that terrible show with the same name.
Such a good show. I mean, it's probably terrible now, but
I'm looking at the cast of characters in this show, and sorry, not the cast of characters, who it's starring.
okay.
Because I was like, William H. Macy's in the show. I know that. People know who Emmy Rossum is, I believe. Cameron Monaghan. I don't know if you know who that guy is. Joe, did you ever play Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order?
Pretty sure.
Yeah, it was one of the newer Star Wars games.
Okay. Yeah, you got little BD-8.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was that guy. He was the voice
The main
actor.
guy is the voice actor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you know who's
Like,
in
picture that guy.
this?
What?
Jeremy Allen White, who's in that show, The Bear.
Oh, is he the main guy in The Bear?
The main guy in The Bear. He is also in this show.
So, but he's like young-ish. So if this was 11 years ago, he's going to be like a teenager or something, right?
I mean, I'm looking to see. Yeah, okay, so he was on the pilot. So, yeah, he would be a puppy.
Mm-hmm.
That guy's been acting his whole life. Ooh, that's so interesting. Okay, anyway. So, Shameless. So, we don't know a lot about these actors. But there's some big names. It was on Showtime. It was on for a really long time.
It's a long time. 10 years.
I know it had like that Netflix effect where like kind of like Grey's Anatomy had and some other shows where they got on Netflix, The Office or whatever, Friends, and they became like a timeless hit with like the younger ages.
Right.
And became like a binge show for like Riverdale, like for you, right? I guess you've always watched that.
We watched Riverdale until they started singing, and then
and then you're done.
And then we apparently no longer wanted to watch it anymore because it was they were singing.
They keep singing? Like it wasn't just
it
one
wasn't one
musical episode?
I think there was like one episode where I was singing, and my girlfriend was not into it anymore. and then since she didn't want to watch it anymore, I basically stopped watching it. But I follow this guy.
Oh, that makes me sad for you because you like that show.
We watched all of the Sabrina show, though. That was like the follow-up show to that. And that was way better. So we kind of like got our like,
you gotta
petered
finish.
off of Riverdale with Sabrina. But Riverdale seems like it got insane. Like there's like demons and they go to the moon and like there's time travel and stuff like that now. When it started off and it was like, we're just teenagers at a school and one of my friends is named Archie. We're all 30. but we're like really hot. All of us are the hottest people you've ever met. So
well, hopefully this show is gonna have equally hot humans
Hotties.
in it.
Hottie H. Macy.
I mean,
that's what the H stands for.
Ooh.
William Hot Macy. Yeah, totally. I mean, so if it's based off I like that it's based off a British show.
I think. Well, what do you guys think the vibe is going to be? Because I have a opinion.
Well, it's called Shameless. In my mind, like William H. Macy is probably like the dad of a family, but he's probably like just a. I mean, he's probably shameless. I guess like I hate to say it, but I'm like he's probably shameless. But I'm just like there's probably like him, a wife. They have a couple kids, and like I bet everyone's it's just like a lawless family. Not as in like they break the law per se, but it's just.
Oh no, I think they break the law. I mean, I see it as kind of like that, but it's also like the term that is inappropriate, but I would probably use to describe them if I was going to be rude and terrible, which I'm going to be right now. It is like trailer trash. I think it's like a trailer trash family, like where they're low income. Like they're probably having
William H. Macy's gonna play a low income dude real well.
Right?
Yeah.
But like they're also gonna be funny and maybe we're gonna see like love. I mean, clearly this lasted a long time. So they must have some awesome chemistry. I'm excited to see that. I think it'll be fun.
I'm interested that it's a remake. Like I feel like and with it just being a like family drama or comedy or whatever, like I feel like there's gotta be something interesting that people were like, we have to remake this show for American audiences, right?
But I also think they're gonna
what if they're
focus on the American side of it, right?
Yeah, but I mean, like, why not? There's a reason they decided to remake this show as opposed to just making an American family drama. There's got to be something like
interesting.
I've now have two ideas that popped up for the first episode for me. Number one, I think if Claire, some of your students said you should watch this, or said you wouldn't like it because it's naughty or something.
Well, they would like suggest it, and then they'd be like, I don't know if you'd like it.
Okay, so the very first episode draws me to people telling Claire that her students, teacher, that they don't want it. That means that one of the kids, William H. Macy's kids, gets sent to like the principal's office for doing something shifty, like conning another student, and then they got caught for it or something like that. William H. Macy comes to the school, has to like meet with the principal and the kid, and they're acting like they're all mad, and then they leave, and he's like, yeah, we did it, like, you know, or something, like they got away, like that was like part of the plan of their like weird long con or something like that. So I think it's like,
I'm going a little bit like, I think mine's more of like more of a Brit. Have you seen a lot of British comedies?
I've seen my share fair.
I mean, I love me some PBS.
My fair share. I said share fair.
my Care Bear.
Share fair, Care Bear.
The stroke keeps happening.
I'm a little bit worried about you.
I need food.
It's here soon. But I would say that, like, for a lot of those comedies, a lot of them are set in a space, and it's not a huge set. It's like it's set in a house, and like that's it.
Like an office, for instance.
Yes. So I'm thinking that this is going to be primarily around a house and like one set. I mean, clearly, like American version is going to be different, but I don't think there's going to be a school.
Okay, I like that. My other thought based around just that was just my people who suggested it to you, and then also then going, oh wait, maybe you won't like this. So I thought there was some sort of like school nefariousness.
No, that would totally be a good reason.
But then my other one was just like, this whole family is potentially involved in some sort of like shady business stuff that they do, and they all kind of do it together.
Ooh.
Even like they probably have like a 5-year-old that's like a naughty boy, you know,
like out there like trying to
pickpocketing, you know, like they like go to Disney World and they pickpocket or something like that.
It's gonna be the bear
stealing loaves of bread. The bear is stealing loaves of bread.
It's Oliver again.
I've never seen I saw one episode of The Bear one time because someone watched it. Was that with you?
That was
it was at your house.
I just put it on.
You just put it on. I saw that.
It was the most depressing episode. It was the worst episode to ever show to a first-time watcher.
Stressful.
It made me really interested in that show.
Okay,
right?
But I wouldn't have picked that episode. I would have picked a more fun one. So
I thought it was great.
It was episode 7, I think, if anybody's watched The Bear.
It's the only one I've seen.
So if you've seen it, you know.
I'm not one of those people that's ever worked in a restaurant either, and I hear from some people that have worked in restaurants before that they were like, I don't want to watch this show because I don't want to relive that hell that I went through when I was like post-college or in college or something like that. Because, you know, working restaurants sucks. I worked at a coffee shop and it was fine.
Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of people like that avoid movies or TV that like have to do with like work trauma that they're trying to not like. Yeah. Trying to just watch a thing. I'll watch a thing with vampires because like I'm not fucking dealing with vampires every day.
That's why I don't watch vampires. I had a lot of vampires back in my past.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you had to deal with that trauma.
Don't worry, I overcame it. There's not as much trauma when it comes to like a coffee shop. Generally, people come and go. I did work at one and people came every single day because it was like in the middle of a city. But it's like, you know, those people are cool. And then when they're not cool, oops, they got decaf.
Whoops, you're gonna be sleepy.
I don't know.
You don't ever give anybody that wants decaf all the time. You never give them caffeine. You never give people that only want decaf caffeine, but you can totally give people that want caffeine decaf when they're being dicks. Don't be a dick to the people that are serving you stuff. Just don't. Yeah. Don't spit or be rude like that to people. Don't like fuck with their food.
Yeah. But
you
can turn down the caffeine. But that's fine.
You can give them decaf.
But like, how rude are we talking? Are we talking like somebody just like is like
like someone I would have probably liked to yell at, you know? Oh. Well, as opposed to just you know, just people that are like, it's taking forever, and it's like there's like 50 people in this place. What do you want from us?
Oh, that's hard. I wouldn't have thought about that. Well, should we get into this, guys?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Oh, man.
Let's go be shameless.
Let's go be shameless.
I'm going to feel so much shame for them.
I don't like feeling shame.
I mean, do people like, I enjoy shame?
I hope not.
First episode was January 9th, 2011. It is just called Pilot. So let's watch it, and we'll be back after that. We're back.
Woo.
That's right.
Yeah.
We're back from the first episode of Shameless. It was just called Pilot. I suppose I have a write-up because Jimmy's not here.
Sorry. He's out saving the whales.
That jerk. It's kind of. I'm gonna read the one that talks about the plot, and then we can fill in all the rest. Having her handbag stolen proves to be a blessing for Fiona when a handsome stranger named Steve comes to her rescue. Lip, or Philip is his full name, is shocked to discover that Ian could be gay and decides his brother should pay a visit to the ever-accommodating Karen Jackson down the block. But the sudden arrival of her furious father, Eddie, ensures Ian's already slim chances of happiness with Karen take a severe blow. Meanwhile, Steve buys Fiona a romantic gift, but for some reason, she's less than impressed with it.
Did they say her dad was named Eddie?
No. The girls, the other girl, the neighbor
Debbie.
girls, the other girl's dad is named Eddie.
Oh.
The guy that flipped out because his daughter was giving BJ's under the kitchen table.
Okay, sorry. I watched that whole episode, and I gotta say, not the best write-up. But good job, Josh, for reading it. I support you. I didn't want to read it.
I read it correctly.
You did great. You did great.
I didn't write it. I read it.
Like the basic premise is that it's William H. Macy is the dad, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
and his name is Frank.
It's Frank. Frank has how many kids?
5?
Fiona,
1, 2, 3,
Ian,
4, 6.
Debbie, Liam, Lip, and Carl. 6.
Mm-hmm.
6 kids from the ages of Fiona's probably about 21 or so.
Her mom left 4 years ago, so she's around 18.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what they said, because she was 14.
She was 14 when she left.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, 6 kids between the ages of 18 and toddler infant.
Mm-hmm. Wait, that doesn't make sense then. How's the baby there?
Because
Yeah,
the
wait
baby
a
was
second.
an infant when she left.
But still, that's not a 4-year-old. Like,
That seemed like too young to be a 4-year-old to me.
It seems like a toddler. But besides the point.
Is it something where, like, maybe she had a baby and then brought it back there? or
Yeah,
something,
maybe
or-
she like came by and dropped it off at some point.
I don't know. The mom is gone. And so Frank is an alcoholic and he has 6 kids and they're struggling, and they each are engaged in some form of bad behavior.
I mean, yeah, like he's completely like absent, just drinks, and the kids raise themselves.
Yeah, they're definitely surviving. There's
in
so much
squalor.
One of the biggest pieces that you will see is just all the parentification of where the kids are being the parents of each other in supportive situations and home life situations, but even like down to like they're paying the bills, they're making sure the household runs, and the dad just kind of comes in and out, and is like just drunk or passed out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dun, 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 dun. That's
So
what
yeah,
happened.
so that's the the premise.
I was really surprised because I thought they had a lot of good character development. I was expecting this to be, I don't know, not as good as or as interesting as it was. So I was pleasantly surprised by this episode.
I mean, the main players in this show are going to be Fiona, who's the oldest daughter, who's essentially the mother figure of the whole household. And then Lip, who is the oldest son.
Yeah.
Who is just kind of another main character. He's not really like taking care of anybody per se, but
he's like the oldest and he helps.
Yeah.
And I figured that Fiona was like over 18 because she's like not in school anymore. She's working.
Yeah. And she can get into like clubs and stuff, but it's hard
I guess
to
she
know.
could still be 18 and be out of school.
yeah.
So, but whatever. So Claire liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was good. A lot of good character development. It was interesting to see it set in Chicago. I thought it was interesting the way they portrayed a family. What?
I mean, we're probably going to hear you scribbling.
I'll stop scrolling.
Well, I'm probably also going to hear just a cat screaming. She's just whining. I don't know.
I'm scribbling, so I'll stop. I was crossing it out.
Oh, you really were just like, that's like a serial killer notebook now.
It kind of is. Cross a lot.
If we find out that Claire killed a bunch of people and we find a room with a bunch of notebooks on the shelves, like in Seven, like that's the kind of shit that's in those notebooks. It's just like
they don't make sense to anyone
or like
but me.
That kid in the Ring who just like drew rings, and did circles a bunch. Did that happen in The Ring?
It sounds like something that would happen in The Ring.
So it happened in somebody's horror movie.
But did you guys like it? If I'm the only one over here liking this show, do you guys hate it? Was it not interesting?
I think I liked it. I think it was good. It was obviously interesting. We'll have to talk about Steve here in a little bit because there's two things I would say about the show that I don't necessarily understand. Is I don't really think they sold me on the Steve and Fiona romance. He went a little too hard into it. Like it was very like love at first sight type of /stalking.
Have we talked about, have we introed Steve yet?
Not really.
Okay.
Steve is a guy who, for people that don't know, I don't know his real name. I guess I could look that up. It's like Chadwick or something like that.
Justin Chatwick. Yeah.
Justin Chatwick. He was, he played Goku in the live action Dragon Ball Z movie. He was in Weeds.
Was he in Suits or Weeds?
He was in Weeds.
That makes sense.
And then he was also in the movie Chum Scrubber, which is why I know him.
Okay.
Chum Scrubber?
Yeah, it's a gross name, but it's a great movie. It's like early 2000s, like kind of like adolescent, like, I was going to say revenge, rebellion kind of stuff. So whatever. It's a good movie. He like somebody tries to steal Fiona's purse or does steal Fiona's purse at a nightclub that she's at. Steve is like there, like watching her, presumably. And then when that guy like takes her purse, he tries to like stop him. And then he acts like this rich guy, basically. And Fiona's not like, he's like, you're not like all the other girls. I'm like, basically he like loves her right away.
So like at the club, he's like chasing after the guy who took the purse. And like he ends up just like knocking a bunch of people over in the club and shit. And like they chase the guy out, but the guy gets away. And then they're trying to get back in, and then the bouncer's like, no, you can't get back in unless you have like a sticker or something. Some sort of just like dumb bar bullshit that you can't get back in. And so they like argue for a while, and the guy's just like, no, you can't get back in. And so like they're just like leaving, like Fiona and her friend, what's her friend's name?
Victoria.
Yeah. Fiona and Victoria leaving, and the guy like is like starting to walk away, and then he just goes back and sucker punches the bouncer. And then acts like tough shit and moons the bouncer. And then then they leave.
It's a lot of butts.
Yeah.
Actually, we saw some boobies and we saw a dick. It always seems special when you see a dude's dick in a show or a movie because it's rare. It
was rare.
Isn't that like the Showtime specialty? Like Showtime was known for like their naughtiness and like how much they showed.
How much dick they show?
I don't know specifically about dicks, but like just genitalia.
Don't get me wrong. I'm always excited when you like see boobs, but there's something about like just being like, there's a dick. Like it's just fun.
I would agree.
More gritty.
Yeah.
I'm not mad about seeing your dick.
Yeah.
But the point of going back to him punching the bouncer is that that's how he proved his love for Fiona. Is that he tried to chase down a guy that stole her purse and then sucker punched a bouncer.
I wouldn't be surprised if we find out like later that was like a setup.
I was thinking that too. I was thinking that by the end of this episode we were going to find out that was a scam that he had set up.
Yeah, we did not find that out.
Yeah, but
I wouldn't be surprised if we did later. He's like, I just have your purse in my car. But it turns out that Steve really isn't technically just a rich guy. He just boosts cars and then apparently sells them. So he just steals people's cars. So he's got a lot of money, but not legitimate money.
Because it goes into, they go back to Fiona's place after this whole bar fight thing, and they're like kind of getting him cleaned up because he got scuffed up from just like flailing around the bar. And then they end up like having sex on the floor in the kitchen. But then was it the dad that comes back and like
the cops
the cops come back and
they bring drunk dad home.
So that ends their like first night, but then Steve like keeps trying to like he comes back over to like try to like ask her out and stuff, but she's like, I'm not interested. And then so he sends her a new washer because he noticed that like theirs was like wobbly, as just like a gift.
He could have like it was just wobbly. Like he didn't just send her like a shim.
No, yeah.
No, it looked like it's like one of those times where you gotta replace your washer because like one of the it's like all out of balance and you can't like get it. I've had this happen.
I've only owned my own washer for 5 months.
Okay, well let's knock on some wood that you don't have to deal with any of this stuff because it get annoying.
I mean, I will eventually, obviously.
Regardless of if you could fix it, he buys her a new one because he's trying to show, hey, look how much I love you. Even though she said, please don't. I'm not interested in you. And then so she goes out with him anyway. And then that's when they got to dinner. They're having like a fancy dinner and you know they're having some sort of fight about like that he has privilege and like she's poor and fuck. But then when they're leaving, he's got some sort of scam with like the people who run valet at this fancy restaurant so that he can like steal cars. And he like proves to her like, hey, I'm actually an interesting guy because I steal cars.
I'm shameless too.
Yeah.
Boom.
And so now they're like tight. Friends forever.
Well, then they came back
when she came home to like party with her dad and
like he partied with their dad and whatnot.
And her neighbors.
Yeah, and then they have these neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
Victoria and Kev.
Mm-hmm. Good old Kevin.
We saw Kevin's dong, so that was fun. But like they're just, I don't know. Maybe they don't work either. I don't even know. But like, they're their neighbors. They obviously are like Victoria seems like she's probably one of like Fiona's best friends or something like that. And then they seem like they're very sexually open.
Mm-hmm.
And they just also really like to party and just like go crazy too. So that's pretty much all they really did was just like they're super chill about anything, and then they just came over and partied. Seemed fun.
Mm-hmm.
Seemed like fun people to have around sometimes. I'd probably have them live a couple cities away so I could visit them instead of having them come over to my house whenever they wanted to.
Well, was this even hard? Because like he was playing music at one point, and then like come by and they're like, we don't like this music, but like also like apparently they're not paying rent. So if your landlord just like comes and wants to party instead of making you pay rent, I'm like that sounds okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
I would do it.
Other things that happened, because like there was Debbie, which was like, I don't know, the middle girl.
Debbie.
Mm-hmm. Was it Debbie?
Yeah.
I really thought it was Debbie.
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 Good old Deb.
Debbers.
Deb, the angel of the family.
I mean, she's just like a young girl who was just like nice and gave her dad like a pillow when he was on the floor one time. That's pretty much all she did.
I like wonder what's gonna happen with that character.
She lied about her birthday at the end
to get pancakes.
Yeah.
As we all would.
And then there is Carl, who he really didn't do anything. He's like the second youngest boy. He didn't really do much except for like tell people like, where's this person? Carl was like, they're over here. And
oh my gosh, the whole time I thought Ian was Carl.
Oh no. And then there was Liam, who was the littlest one, but Liam's obviously like, I mean, even in the beginning, was it Frank that was like, Liam looks a little like our old, like, somebody.
Like parole officer or something.
His sponsor in AA.
So Liam's pretty clearly not fully Frank's. Isn't probably Frank's at all.
No.
And then there's Ian. And Ian's like, I don't know. I think they kind of put him as like, he's like the second oldest boy. He's kind of smart. But he also... Lip found like gay porn that it was Ian. So he thinks that Ian is gay. So he tries to like, I don't know. He confronts him about it. He doesn't try to like talk to him about it. He like confronts him about it. And then Lip is like tutoring some girl. What was her name? Karen Jackson or something like that. I forget what her name was. He's tutoring her, and then she just randomly is like, this turns me on. So she like gives him a blowjob like underneath the kitchen table while her mom's like in the other room, which is like
so weird.
That's a little risque right there. But then, so that happens, and that's when after that is when Lip finds like the gay porn of Ian's and whatnot, and then he brings Ian over, and then like she gives like Ian a blowjob underneath the table while they're just there as well.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah,
then
just kind of like a test to see like, is he really gay?
And what did she describe it as?
she said, "You ever tried to play pool with a rope or something like that?
Oh,
something
man.
like." She said something that basically just said he did not to get hard, because that's what Lip asked. He's like, was he hard?
Would you guys ever like have shared a partner with like a friend like that, like, or a sibling? I mean, you guys don't have like yeah, you do, but like you guys have siblings, but not like that.
Like in the same room with that
I
exact
don't know.
scenario.
You know, as if this woman doesn't have a personality of her own and any sort of agency, would I just share a girl? Is that what you mean, Claire?
Apparently
It's disgusting.
Not. Apparently not that.
I mean, even above all of that, it's a really weird, awkward, messed up scenario that like I would be fully uncomfortable with.
I guess what I'm saying is like I'm sure I've made out with girls that have also made out with my friends, but
But not
that
at the
wasn't,
same time.
But it wasn't like my choice. Like, hey, guy, have this girl. Like, she made this choice.
It seemed really weird to me, like right away, that it was like you just brought your younger brother over, and like the full assumption obviously was that she's just going to like suck his dick.
Yeah.
Which is like
Very weird.
I have never been in that scenario before,
Mm-hmm.
and I know plenty of people probably have, but like haven't been like, hey, have you met her? Good, have a good time, yeah, kind of
I
thing.
also don't think I'd want to be there for like someone else having that. Like, I don't know. I wasn't there. But was there anything else you guys want to talk about from the episode?
What did I say? So I thought it was cool because Steve steals cars, so he made me think of the movie Gone in 60 Seconds, which is dope. So I was into that. I'm not buying their. So we kind of went. I'm not really buying that like their like fresh romance, that it's like so like
Meant to be.
it's so meant to be, and so like all like, oh, this is this is great.
Yeah.
We love each other.
Well, like one of the things, so she's like kind of skeptical of Steve even after he like showed her a good time with like stealing the car, and she like calls him and asks him like, oh, like that first time you saw me, you said that like, you know, you were so into me or whatever, so like what was I wearing? And he describes like in detail everything that she was wearing, and so that was like the you know, true test of pure love, is that he creepily remembers details about her outfit.
Those earrings, though, Joe.
Yeah.
They
That's
were-
when he knew.
Yeah, the dangly gold earrings.
He says something weird too about how like she's like real and not like all these other girls who are like trying to dance to like get attention. She's just dancing for herself, and that makes her like true.
It's romantic. Not really. But
What he really means is you're poor, and I like that about you. That makes you feel real to me.
oh, so Joe's like reading into this show quick. I wouldn't have gone
You
there.
like this Steve character
I
as
don't
like
know.
a character in a TV show?
Maybe he's gonna come save her, save the family, be their way out of poverty.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what they're building.
But
this
I
as,
also
right?
think that anytime you're trying to build your way out of poverty based on like illegal acts, you're probably not going to get very far.
I
Or
mean-
you maybe will. Maybe you'll be president someday.
I'm not saying that they couldn't be better off, but at the same time, I don't necessarily think they need saving per se.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they could use a cleaner dad, you know, but like they're actually getting along, and there actually at least seems to be like a lot of love in the family.
Yeah.
So it doesn't seem like it's very like abusive.
Buying
which would be-
them a washer ain't gonna solve shit.
I like Joe's going hard tonight.
Man, he is not a fan.
I hated this.
Wow.
Really hated. I don't know that I've hated a pilot more that we've watched in 200 or something shows.
Wow. Okay, he's hating it.
Can you elaborate?
I'm not sure. I think the best way to explain it is just that it feels a lot like just like poverty trauma porn. And not even from a standpoint of like, look how shitty these characters' lives are. Like, you should feel bad for them. It's like, look how shitty their lives are. Isn't that kind of funny how like people are so fucked up sometimes? And it's like that in combination of like the Steve character who's like, granted, he's a scammer, right? And so it's not quite that he's, there's some grittiness to him too.
But he's a scammer at like the top of his game currently. Like he's raking in the money.
Regardless of where he's getting his money, he's a guy who has money. And it's this whole like fantasy of this rich guy's gonna come in and save the poor girl. And there's this like, it's a very like gross power dynamic to me of like, I'm rich, I'm gonna buy you shit, and so like you should love me too, because I'm your way out.
Isn't that what we've always taught people in lower economic situations?
And that's fucking gross.
Well,
and I hate that in this show.
Okay.
And I hate this character, and I hate that like that's the central love like plot line in this show is this.
This is only the first.
Guy?
It's only the first episode. It's only the pilot. It's only called pilot, Joe. Like this isn't even. Well, we know that there's a whole nother series.
Yeah, they didn't even have faith in this 11-year-old show to name the first episode.
I don't understand why you wouldn't name the first episode if you've already like you're doing a spinoff.
Well, like the whole thing's like treated like as if like, oh look, he's such a good guy because he's not like disgusted by her family and like he's like hanging out with them even though they're fucking poor. What a good guy.
I don't necessarily think that that's how they're trying to set him up. I think that they're trying to set him up as if he's like wanting to engage and like be supportive of this person that he's been.
That he knows nothing about.
Okay, but that's creepy. But
except that she's poor. That's the only thing he knows about her. She's hot and she's poor. I can take advantage of this woman.
Yeah, they didn't set him up right. Like they set him up as like, I watched you for a while.
I don't know. He was like cooking pancakes with the kids.
Yeah, but he bought all that shit too. They didn't have like 2 pounds of bacon and like pancake batter lying around and stuff. Like obviously they didn't because of everything we saw leading up to like the last 2 minutes of the show. Like he bought all that, just like he bought like the other thing and like took her on like the stolen car, and like all this stuff. Like every good part about him, I'm seeing what Joe's saying is every good part about him that was like positive was like when he basically shoved money at the family, essentially.
Where he could then manipulate.
Yeah. Them. And there like Fiona is like a very good noble character. But from what Steve sees, he doesn't see any of her home life from when he saw her and fell in love with her at the bar. He just sees a hot girl that he can take advantage of.
Wow. Okay, maybe I don't like the show anymore. I'm kidding. I still do. I still like it.
Well, and like, man, name anything in this episode that happened. I fucking hated it. It's a fucking plot line where one high school kid is getting a blowjob from another high school kid and then having his gay brother get a blowjob from this high school kid to see if he's not gay. It's fucking disgusting.
And then at that point, you're going to have the table lifted by the guy who likes clowns. Like, it just got weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, why did they put the clown thing in there? Like the dad had like packed up his clown stuff and then left after that happened.
Did not understand.
That was just random.
That was a lot.
So I didn't hate it like Joe did, but I didn't like it like you did.
Okay.
I think I'm pretty in the middle where I'm like, it is definitely though, Joe. It's 100% what you said. It is just like poor porn, basically. It's kind of weird because it's. Some people are going to watch it and be like, well, my life isn't that bad. Now I'm just going to like look at it because I can't look away.
Yeah, yeah.
Other people are going to like identify with some of this and be like, yeah, save her kind of shit. I watched the whole show and I think even halfway through and it still was true when it was over. And I was like, what the fuck is the point of this show? Like, where are we going? Like we ended the episode and I don't know what's the next episode. Like one more day with, I guess, Steve buying them Burger King now, or like is the dad gonna get arrested? Like they're just gonna like, is Lip just gonna try to make Ian not gay anymore or something like that? Like there's no, I mean, it's just like daily life with them instead of like there's no. I thought there was gonna be like maybe they were scheming or plotting or doing something. There doesn't seem to currently be anything central driving a plot anywhere, which usually would be the course, at least not through the whole first episode, but near the end, at least you go, okay, this is what this show is basically going to be about, or at least maybe some of the first season or the first season.
I feel like they were like more worried about setting up characters, and there's a lot of characters to set up.
There's a lot of kids.
So I do understand that.
But we have seen shows that have as many or more characters, and they do have plots that are happening. So I'm not saying it doesn't necessarily need to have one, but I just kind of was thinking, instead of basically probably getting like, as in like mad at it as Joe was, I was just like, why are we watching this? Give me a reason. So
I do think it's really interesting how a lot of these shows, especially when we do like shows about poor people, it tends to be like white poor people, and like that's a funny thing that we can all watch and like get behind. And a lot of these shows are like the same. I don't know if that's like just because the people making these shows are white people, but also it's just interesting that that's the dynamic that they would have picked of all people.
That's complicated. Like the one thing is there's a lot of white people running TV shows, so like there's going to be a lot of white people shows. The other part of that is, for decades, people of color have always been portrayed as poor. So a lot of times when you have, when someone of color like gets the opportunity to make a show, you don't want to like show more poor people of color, like right? Like you want to show that there's, it's not just like a monolith. There's a lot of different people of color, of rich people, poor people, like middle class. So I totally understand why there's not a Shameless show with just a bunch of like poor black people. Like, I mean, I'm not saying there should be. I'm not saying there should be. I'm interested, but I want to hear what you guys are thinking is going to happen in the future. 11 seasons. So while Joe hated the show, other people loved it, to keep bringing it back for 11 years, which to me is just, that's like almost too long for a show, except for Grey's Anatomy, that should never end.
It's too long. 11 years is too long.
Especially for like a family show like this. Like the kids
they're going to be like so old.
Super different, yeah. Like for Grey's Anatomy, for example, like people leave the cast and like there's new people brought in. Like you can kind of keep it fresh for that long. With a family drama like this, like you're going to bank on whatever baby that played Liam being a decent actor.
I mean, you could probably find somebody that looks similar, but
recast.
If he's not, you're gonna get a new Liam.
you just write out Liam, and Liam goes back with his dad. We have no idea. But what do you guys think is gonna happen? Do you want me to go? Should I go?
You can go.
Oh, I'd love to. So I think that Fiona is my favorite, clearly. But I think that she's either gonna leave the show because she's gonna like grow past this situation and get out of it, or she's gonna die. So she's not gonna be on the show anymore.
Dead or gone?
She's dead or gone. Leaves or dies. I think that Ian is a cop because he gave me cop vibes, and he was doing that ROTC stuff. So like 10 years later, don't you think?
Yeah.
He'd be the perfect cop. And also like,
and it's Chicago, right? Like you gotta have like a Chicago cop.
Okay. Oh, I didn't even. Yes. I wrote down corn on the cob, which to me could mean a lot of things, but I think they're just going to eat corn on the cob at some point. There will be corn on the cob. It's going to be there at some point. Summertime. I love corn. And then I felt like Debbie was an underrated character. I liked her character, and I think that she is going to own a business. She's going to be an entrepreneur. She's going to be bringing this family up.
She's like
good old Deb.
She's like 6 right now in the pilot?
No, she's not 6. She's like at least 10.
Okay.
So she'll be like in her 20s.
Okay.
That's what I got.
Cool.
Should I get more?
No, that's fine.
Okay, that's good.
No, you're good. Okay. Number 1.
Ooh.
I think Frank is either clean or dead.
Okay.
Good
Nothing
choices.
in between.
No. He's not still like
He's not still
drunk father.
Mhm.
Okay.
He's clean or dead. Number 2, I think Fiona has her own kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Number 3, I only did the 2 older kids.
Okay.
Number 3, I think Lip is now some sort of scientist.
Ooh.
I think he's doing all right for himself.
Okay.
Go Lip.
And then number 4, I think we see 2 or more butts.
Yes.
more butts.
I want to see some butts.
Yeah.
4 total cheeks.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, four cheeks, 2 full butts.
What if we get to just see 4 cheeks? I'm down with that too.
Well, that equals 2 butts.
Okay.
4 half butts.
Perfect.
Yeah. 4 half butts is 2 whole butts.
I try not to half-ass anything though.
Oh, that was good.
The first couple of my predictions mirror yours. I have, or kind of mirror. The first one I have is Frank is dead.
Dead.
I think he's just dead. My next one is that Fiona has 2 kids.
Oh, I was gonna say that, but I'm glad I didn't. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
2's good though. I think that's probably right. Sorry, Josh.
Well, I mean, I don't care if she has 2, she still has 1.
Yeah.
You know?
You just said she has a kid,
Oh.
so. I have that Liam, little baby Liam, now plays basketball. Because he did like touch a basketball as like one of his toys.
Okay.
That was my basis of my prediction. And then the last one, again, based in Chicago, so I thought that they would throw some sort of like Chicago B-roll in here. So I think that we get to see the bean.
Oh, I want some bean.
We love the bean, don't we, folks?
I mean, I've seen the bean before. Touched the bean, I guess.
Lick the bean, whatever.
Shiny, I guess. I'll be in Chicago in October. I'll make up and I'll lick the bean.
Lick the bean.
Don't lick it.
Don't lick the bean?
Don't lick it.
Okay, I won't. I wasn't gonna.
But
Good
get
luck
a
if you
selfie.
lick the bean.
Get a selfie. Go to that fountain where they like spit the water out. It's great.
I mean, I've done all that dumb shit in Chicago. I don't
You
need to
do
do
it every now and again. It's great.
I don't need to do it more than once.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well that's what we got. So we should go to the finale now, huh?
Let's do it.
It aired on April 11th, 2021, and it was called Father Frank Full of Grace.
Father Frank. He's still alive, maybe.
Maybe. I mean, if that means he's a priest, that doesn't mean he's sober.
Yeah,
I know a lot of
very
drunk
much not.
priests.
It definitely doesn't mean he's sober. So let's get into that. We'll be back after that. And we're back. We're done with the last episode of Shameless. It was called Father Frank Full of Grace. It's all a lie. I've got a write-up.
Yes, you do.
Let's see which one. Oh, this is written by Showtime, according to IMDb.
Ooh.
I don't know if that's Showtime, the actual Showtime, or someone's name on IMDb is Showtime. It's all caps. Ian and Mickey shop for furniture for their new place, and Kev and V look for a buyer for the Alibi, which is their bar. While Lip settles for a new job, Carl finally finds his calling in a new role on the police force. Debbie plunges into a treacherous world where, when she meets someone new, Frank comes to terms with his own mortality. Series finale.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, maybe like metaphysically Frank came to terms, but he was like barely conscious this whole episode, so.
I would say that he wasn't. Well, I guess there was that one little.
He walked
scene.
around.
There was a little bit of consciousness.
There's at least a little bit of consciousness there.
There was a new little girl.
Franny?
Yeah, a new little girl who was there.
I assume that was Deb's daughter.
Yes, I checked. It's Debbie's daughter, and I thought that the cutest kid to grow up was obviously Liam. He's adorable.
Yeah. Kid was legit.
Yeah. But overall, excuse me, I'm yawning because that's how I feel. A bit of a yawn for a show is kind of like an expected last. I feel like it'd be a good way to close it out if I was a frequent viewer.
Would it be? My initial thought right away is my problem with the first episode was it felt like it wasn't going anywhere, and this episode still didn't do anything. You know, it was just like a day in their lives.
Yeah, that might be the show.
Is this show just like any given Sunday?
Any given
Friday
Sunday
Night Lights
with some poverty porn. Yeah.
There was less poverty porn, but it still was there.
Yeah, they seem to be like, so some of them seem to be doing better off, and then it seems like the neighborhood's starting to gentrify, so they're dealing with that, and there's clearly like something about their house maybe being for sale, but
it seemed all like at least the three houses next to theirs, and their house is like, was that a highway or an L train that was like right next to their house?
I don't know.
I
guess I thought it was like a train.
Yeah, I think it might have just been a train. But there was 3 houses next to them were all sold to a developer, and it like he talked to Lip. He talked to somebody sometime in the episode, and they were talking about how they were like developer trying to make condos.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so I guess I don't know what year this was supposed to be, but obviously people were like wearing masks and shit. So this was obviously like this show was taking place during the pandemic too. And they were talking about selling the house, and it was asked, like the guy asked Lip how much, and he was like looking for 200,000, and the guy was like, oh, I don't know, man, it's a little high. And he's like, I'll go down to like 150. And I was like, what fucking house anywhere, especially in like Chicago, is selling for $150,000?
Yeah,
like it's bonkers. Even if it was a crappy house, I feel like
the land itself, like especially being close to a train, I don't know, maybe that makes it worse, depending on if it's a stop or not.
I mean, if they're making condos, they don't care. You know, they're gonna make tons of money.
It's insane.
So Joe, you love that though.
I mean, it wasn't as bad, right?
You're not as angry. You're a little bit more.
No,
calm.
Absolutely not. Because it was like, it wasn't. They're obviously still in poverty, but like
there wasn't a rich white savior in this one.
Yeah, there wasn't a like rich savior. It wasn't a vibe of like, oh, look how poor they are. It's just like this is just how they're living. So yeah, those parts of it like had kind of like. They've kind of rubbed off some of the sharp edges of that. Yeah, I don't know. It had some heart to it. There was a lot of like culture war jokes, which I'm like, I don't know, less into. Just feels like kind of just cheap shit. Like there was jokes. There was a character who at the furniture store had like a. Like stop the steal shirt, and they're like,
oh yeah, I forgot about all that.
Yeah, arguing with her because she's like a fucking insurrectionist, and then like on the other side there's like these these like liberal gentrifiers who are like gonna turn their bar into a what were they gonna do? It was like a coffee shop that they were considering, or like
and an
maybe
escape room upstairs.
Yeah, they're gonna put in an escape room upstairs. At one point, they were talking about like how many tanning beds they could fit in there. Like maybe they would make it a spa or something.
I mean, I guess we didn't really see the like area outside of the bar or like where this was, but it was just kind of like just showing like, oh yeah, all these like rich hipsters are buying your shit to like turn it into things you hate.
Yeah,
and it was like,
yeah,
that definitely happens, but like you just threw that down our throats as if this is like the problem with what's happening.
It's whatever. It's like, yeah, I fucking hate that, and I fucking hate insurrectionists too, but it's just like, I don't know. It's just not interesting to me to like dump on that shit.
I mean, I guess it's interesting trying to put like, I like that the show is trying to put something timely into it. Maybe I guess it'll be interesting like looking back on that show in a decade.
I think the timely portion of the show that I didn't enjoy, I didn't hate. I was just like, good on you for like legitimately just normalizing it, was that like people were walking around talking to each other or whatever, and then when they like walked up to someone and they were in a store, like Ian put on a mask because he was like, I'm like next to this stranger that I don't know.
Yeah.
And then he just put on a mask. I was like, oh, cool. look at these people just trying to be decent, even if they do or do not know whether or not masks work. You know, like that kind of shit.
No,
like
question about that. It's just like, well, like, fuck it, I'll put it on.
Like they did it multiple times where they were just like, some people would walk up and be wearing a mask and like nobody was like, what the fuck you wearing a mask, bitch? Like, you know, like they just like normalized that. And I was like, cool. You don't have to draw any attention to it. It's just fine. No one
the
cares.
first time someone walked in with a mask, I was like, oh, like it's like the pandemic exists in this TV universe where like I just feel like a lot of shows, I mean, granted, a lot of shows that we watched like didn't like ended before 2020, but a lot of shows have just like decided to like there just is no COVID-19 in our TV universe,
which is fine.
Yeah,
obviously, because like also if it's like dumb shit that you're dealing with in the real life, do you really like need to see people bicker about it or like deal with it? You know, I'm not watching a Shameless to like learn about the nuances of the pandemic. Or like some
kinda derails whatever you're trying to do.
Dumb lady wearing a Stop the Steal shirt who can't wear a mask properly. You know, like I don't want to have to deal with that in my show. The only show I think I've ever seen that like dealt with it, like even talked about it really for the most part that I actually watch is like Always Sunny did. But obviously like that's a portrayal of terrible people doing terrible things, and it's hilarious. So
Grey's Anatomy did it for one season, and it basically like took over the hospital. Meredith is dying of COVID, and then I think the fans were so against it because it was just like, we don't want to see more of this death.
I'm literally living this. Stop showing it to me.
The next season, it's like they put out this whole disclaimer, like, while COVID-19 is still, you know, killing people, we're living in a fictionalized world where we don't have to worry about these things anymore.
Yeah, I fucking know, it's TV.
I don't know, part of me liked that the shows were like bringing attention to it, because I think that again, normalizing it is more important for a lot of people that are like, this is fake, this isn't real.
I mean, I guess, but it's also like, that's why there's like tags on like fucking irons and shit, and it's like, don't plug this in and iron while you're in the tub, because it's like dumb fucking people don't get it. And that's why they have to like put out statements like, this is not real, so that's why COVID doesn't exist in this hospital right now. And it's like, no shit. It's fine. I mean, if you want to make a show and it has to deal with it, that's cool. But then, like, I guess don't be surprised one way or the other if your viewership goes up or down, because people either don't want to deal with it or like way too into it, kind of depending on what the material is.
Well, I think it's also just like as simple as just like a lot of writers, like they don't want to have to like derail what they had plans for their season to like deal with the pandemic. You know what I mean? Like,
if we can just do the season how we wanted it to.
Yeah,
exactly. Well, something like Grey's or something like that that's been on for our entire lives, they're probably like, fuck, good, another idea, thank you. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, who knows?
It's probably
a lot of opportunity.
In fact, I was pretty, I don't know.
A whole season we don't have to think about. We just write what we see outside.
But I would say that like the thing about this episode is it's interesting to always, when I do First and Last with you guys, to like watch how a show is going to choose to wrap everything up, right? And for this show, I felt like they really wanted to wrap up all the characters and make you as a viewer feel like they all had like their little boxes all tied up. And I think as a viewer, I would like that. Like, oh, they're in a relationship, or they're happy here. And then there was other things that were left unsaid, but everybody's like singing and clearly connected and have a community at the end. And maybe that's what you want when you watch the show.
Yeah, they did an interesting thing, obviously, where they made everybody that was still on the show, I think the only one really, it was Fiona wasn't there, basically. And everyone else was still there, plus a couple people. But they put everybody together, and then they made Frank be completely separate, basically. And made him, like, essentially go die alone, you know? And, like, that makes sense to me, in a way. And they made it, like, kind of unceremonious, and he just, like, died without anyone knowing, and everyone's having, a great time. And they just kind of, like, put his, like, ghoul body, like his ghostly body hovering up in a chair, like looking at everybody and do it. And I was like, yeah, I guess in a way I think, like, I don't know, maybe his character is very, very interesting, but part of me just thinks his character is such like a deadbeat bad dad character or whatever, that I was like, he's still in this after 11 years. He's getting too much. He's getting too much airtime. Even him dying alone in a hospital and us having to deal with it. It was like, he's getting too much respect. Did he become a really good dad or something at some point? Like, I don't know. Interesting.
It doesn't seem like it in any way, shape, or form.
I wouldn't assume he did, but
or even just an integral character, because I mean, honestly, in that first episode, like, it's mostly around
Fiona,
yeah, and like the dad's just kind of hovering in the background of like he's kind of nuisance.
Most of the time in the first episode, he was literally sleeping on the floor if he was even in the scene at all.
Yeah,
and then in this episode, he was mostly unconscious too, you know, and I'm like, have you been doing this for 11 years where this guy just like is hovering in the background a little bit, but still kind of giving him a little bit of this reverence?
I mean, he's, you know, the most well-known actor. He's top billed.
Right.
Like,
but he can't be the most important person in this show by any means, even after Fiona leaves.
I was reading some stuff about Fiona leaving because she left at the end of season 9.
Okay.
So there were 2 seasons without her. And there were, you know, of course, like contract disputes where like she was getting paid a lot less than William H. Macy.
And she was probably doing way more work.
Yeah.
And he'd already bribed people to get his kids into college.
But yeah, they're essentially like, they get like equal billing on the show. I read this in the article. They get equal billing on the show, but she's getting paid a lot less. Granted, when the show started, he was a name and she was not. But
yeah, but that's
a few
like
seasons in,
2 seasons in, 3 seasons, like 3 max maybe.
And like from what we saw in the first episode, like she's like
a good actor.
And like the show seems centered
she showed
around
her.
She's getting full boob.
Just one.
But like, yeah, it's, you know, the show is centered around her, and he's mostly just being drunk and laying around.
Right. Curious on, how that worked. Or
she left. They like wrote her out in character. It seemed like they knew, like, that it was going to be her last season 9.
So did she die or?
No, she just left.
That's still gonna be a point.
She moved to a Chicago suburb.
Yeah,
Hoffman Estates.
Never to be seen again.
Moved to Hoffman Estates.
Once she's out in the burbs, she's dead to them.
She's loving that IKEA.
She's like,
and all the car dealerships.
She's like, I can't walk to that train to go to Union Station to visit you scrubs no more.
And I was like reading the description of like her like season 9 stuff. It was like blah blah blah, and she like got upset and like crashed her car, and I was like, oh, she died in a car crash. And then I like scroll down the next paragraph, and it was like, and then after that she did this and did this, and I was like, oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah,
I guess. That's a bummer though. That's a bummer to hear something like that when it's clear. I can't imagine that. I mean, I'm sure William H. Macy does other stuff. I'm sure he's got bigger parts in other episodes.
Yeah,
but like, I bet a lot of his stuff is just him being around, and then them talking about him being around because he's such a big name. He's probably so expensive that if he was going to be in every single, like a featured guy in every single episode, that it would even cost even more for whatever he demands to get paid.
I just am disappointed that people like that, when hearing like, oh, my co-star is clearly not getting paid correctly, like, I'm not going to do anything to help them. I mean, granted, we don't know. We weren't there for the contract disputes or whatever. But it just seems so gross that that's how Hollywood works. But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, after a couple seasons, like, it makes sense that like she would be paid less right away.
To start.
Like, just because like who is this person?
Yeah.
Everyone knows who William H. Macy is. And then after a while, you're like, well, this is like the fucking star of the show.
Yeah.
But
and
maybe
people seem to like the show, of course.
He was trying to have to pay for a lot of lawyers for his wife, so he really needed that cash, and they had already given so much away.
Well, I mean, you know, there's two things on it as well. About that, I guess it's like, you know, maybe he was like, this is how much money I get paid. I don't really give a shit. I'm on the show. This is how much I cost. Fuck, you know, fucking deal with it. You know, or I mean, it could have also been more unlikely, of course, but it could have been like, how much are we, like, pay her more?
Yeah.
You know? or like, you know, you could take from me, or you could just pay her more.
Yeah.
And then she could be like, don't, like, you know,
Or
it's not about
like,
how much he gets paid. It's how much I should be getting paid.
Yeah. Or even from like just like the producer's standpoint, like, again, we were not privy to these conversations, and we also have not seen the middle episodes. But,
we have no idea.
But like knowing that there was a contract dispute, and knowing that she left at the end of season 9, you can pretty much put 2 and 2 together that she wanted more money, they didn't give it to her. And it seems wild to me that you would just let the star of your show walk.
Yeah.
That like you wouldn't like cut anybody else to make the budget work. Like, you can cut William H. Macy. You can let his character die in season 9 and keep her on the show.
And it would probably be about the same show.
Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it seems kind of crazy that they would let that go that way. But
I have a hard time trying to figure out how they placed William H. Macy at the end, but I just have such a hard time trying to wrap my mind around the fact that he was like a lovable character in the show, or like a character people would root for.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe you could see some people being like, I hope he gets better, or like comes around. But it's kind of like at the end when they were staring at like even how they were acting around him, we're like, is he dead? Go check and see if he's dead. You know, like no one gave a shit. And I was like, this is like.
I think though portraying that way, like even the way that they didn't call him dad, they called him Frank, and they didn't give him the respect of that, is interesting, because a lot of times on TV, even though the parent is a shitty person, there's still this level of respect given to them because they're an adult. And I feel like in this show, they definitely don't give him any respect. They don't give a shit about, you know, what's going on with him. And they talk about it as like, you know, how they've dealt with this their whole lives. And I think that that's interesting to show that you don't necessarily have to have this good relationship with a parent. Like, there's a lot of parents out there that don't know how to parent, and they suck at parenting. And a lot of times on TV, it's not shown that way. It's still like they're revered and they're idolized, and in reality, they're
parents don't
pieces of shit.
Just because you're a parent doesn't mean you deserve respect. You should earn it.
I would agree.
That goes for pretty much anybody ever, but like I feel like some people, mostly older people, but like a lot of people are like, I'm older than you, I'm like your parent, or I'm like whatever, and it's like, what? So what? You're a dickhead, like, you know, like it doesn't mean I respect you. So it's very interesting that some people are like that. So I do like how they did it, like that. It would be bonkers if they were like made him be a very like, they're like, oh, it's dad, you know, and it's like that guy on the ground like drooling, you know. But interesting about how they still like, even though the family treats him like that, the show still kind of reveres him, you know, which kind of mind-boggling to me. I kind of want to hate watch the first season.
I'd do it.
Like, I just want to, like, you know, it's like a deer that can't look away from the headlights. I kind of want to, like, go, like, why? Maybe there's, like, a secret that will unlock after 20 episodes or something like that. How many
I was really surprised that it wasn't funny at all. Like, there wasn't a chuckle. There wasn't a lull.
There wasn't a single funny thing in, I think, either episode. These 2 hours.
And everybody said this show's so funny, so I missed it. So, yeah, maybe hate watch it and then, like, see if you lull. See if you laugh at all.
12. Oh, wait, no, that's... What? Oh, wait, what?
There's 12 shows? Do we miss a season?
No, hold on.
We watched the end. He dies.
Yeah, there couldn't have been more than that.
No. I'm looking at IMDb.
It's a good website. Highly recommend it.
I gotta go. So I just looked to see how many episodes...
I gotta go.
No. I gotta go to... I gotta go to the Netflix thing here and look at season 1, season 2. Then the last episode of the first season and the last episode of the show are both named the same thing. So that could be fun. But that's why I went, what? So there's 12 episodes in this first season. I think he's in the hospital again. So yeah, I kind of want to hate watch the next like 11 episodes at some point and just see. Maybe I'll check back in next week and see if I've watched any of them, to just be like, to tell anybody if I understand why people like this show or not. Because I'm not quite there. I don't hate it, but this is not a must watch by any means, in my opinion.
I could see myself like, it's really cold. It's the middle of winter. I got nothing better to do.
Could
Maybe
just like stare at your feet.
I don't like feet, but like
stare at the hands. I don't know.
I do like looking at my hands, but like I'd probably maybe in that moment maybe I'd watch it a little bit, but like not for like I'm not like signing up to watch it tomorrow. Joe, you gonna watch this whole thing?
Oh yeah, for sure.
He's buying the T-shirt.
Beginning to end.
He's gonna be a huge fan.
There's T-shirts you're buying, Joe?
He is shameless.
I'm gonna, just be blasting "Way We Get By." Is that what the song's called? My Spoon?
Yeah, you were like, that's not a sing-along song.
Yeah, it plays. I think it's in the end of the first episode too. But then at the end, the climax of the finale, they're like watching this Tesla burn outside, and then like one of the kids starts singing like the verse part of that song, and it's like really not like a sing-along song that people know, but like they all start singing it together.
Everybody knew it.
They all knew it.
That's just the way. Okay, so you guys weren't gonna sing along with me?
See,
okay.
like even that part, like
Not trying to get a copyright strike.
like the chorus, like it's repeatable, right? But like the verse, like no one knows how the verse of that song goes.
You'd have to like look it up on your phone. I don't know. Well, that was a show. Should I talk about my points?
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about them because I'm going to get so many. Okay, Fiona leaves or dies. I was right. I didn't know she ended up leaving at the 9th season. But, yeah, I said that Ian is a cop.
Close.
So close. Because there is a cop in the family, but it's Carl. And if you look at my paper, which I was scratching, remember if you listened earlier and they talked about me scratching?
If you didn't randomly only listen to this last 10 minutes of it.
I had scratched out Carl because I had mixed up names. If I just left it, I would have been right.
Is that why you were doing serial killer scratching?
Yes.
It's just like that whole, that's like a quarter of the page scratch.
Well, I was also crossing out another thing.
Okay.
I couldn't find corn on the cob. We even did a rewind at one point. None there. And then
did a rewind for corn on the cob specifically.
Debbie owns a business.
No.
Oh, okay, I tried. They said something about
Debbie
it.
doesn't work as far as I understand. Like,
so I get a point.
1 point.
I get a point.
All right. Well, my number one was Frank is clean or dead.
Dead.
Fiona has a kid. Maybe.
Didn't see her. Yeah.
But she's not there, so it doesn't matter. I said Lip is a scientist. He's not. But according to good old Frank, he's smarter than he deserves to be or something like that. Too smart for his own good. And then number 4, I thought we would see 2 or more butts. And it seems like they really clean this show up.
Yeah, less butts.
I said, do we see any butts?
I don't remember a butt.
I'm like, did I see one
No
butt?
cheeks. We saw like butts in boxers in the opening.
No, that's not what I was looking for. I was looking for ass.
I didn't see any cheeks.
Well, I got 1 point though.
Tied with me.
All right.
Let's see if Joe gets points.
I also had Frank is dead, so there's 1.
Yep.
There we go.
It said Fiona has 2 kids. She wasn't there. Liam plays basketball. No indications. And then we see the bean, which when Frank was floating away, there was a little bit of like Chicago stuff. Like I think we saw Navy Pier, and I almost wrote down Navy Pier instead, but definitely no bean. I don't know how visible the bean is at night anyway.
Yeah, how many lights are the lights illuminating the bean or anything?
Illuminating the bean and then just like bouncing off into the buildings.
I mean, full disclosure, I've never seen the bean from above at night. So I wouldn't know how illuminated or what. I've never seen the bean at night, actually.
It would have actually been kind of interesting because he's sitting on this like chair and like floating around above Chicago in this scene. If he had floated by the bean and been like waving it, that would have been actually really great. That was a missed opportunity. You should have produced this episode or directed it.
Well, see, the viral marketing thing for the last episode, though, is some say that William H. Macy is still floating around in a chair above Chicago.
Yeah.
Oh, he's still there?
I'll check. I'm going there in October.
Perfect. You just got to look up in the sky.
Yeah. See if I see William H. Did you pay that college tuition yet?
Show me your butt.
If I go to
Cheeks.
if I go to Chicago in October and William H. Macy is there and shows me his butt, I'm retroactively getting a point.
Sure.
Even
Half
it's
point.
only I'm taking I'm taking a full point for a
'Cause it's a
live
live butt.
action William H. Macy.
Are
butt.
we getting a picture?
I mean, I'll ask him. You know,
I'm glad
politely.
you're getting consent.
I'm not going to be like alone. I'm sure someone will be next to me also seeing William's butt.
Okay.
We're at I'm at only one name now with him basis.
Besties like that.
After you see a man's posterior, you can call him by his first name, Billy.
I didn't know that was a rule.
Made it up just now,
Oh, good. That's a good one.
but I bet the Mace will
We'll approve.
approve. So, all right. Well, that's it, huh?
We did it.
We did
That's
it. Cool. Listeners, thank you for joining us. If you would like to send us some show suggestions or just get a hold of us for whatever reason, you can at FNL Podcast on the Gmail or on the Twitter. We got like a Facebook and an Instagram and stuff, FNL Podcast as well. So if you're looking for that stuff, do it. But that's going to do it for this week. Have
Come
a good
back.
one.
See us again.
Come back. Yes. Goodbye.
Bye.
You want to say anything offensive really quick?
I already was offensive.